The United States and Iran is currently in an alleged peace deal. Now, well, ceasefire, wherever you want to put it. Now, this kind of sounds weird because we're still sending more troops over to the Middle East. Here's a little recap. If you guys don't know, but I'm pretty sure most people know, that the ongoing war with the United States, Israel versus Iran, there was an attack on an all-girls school. It was a he say, she say situation. The United States said they didn't know nothing about it. Iran said they did. Iran said the United States bombed the school. The United States said no, Iran bombed the school. It was a whole lot of he say, she say in this situation, back and forth. Now, we got past that. Now, we didn't really get fully past that, but the talk's really about that. Now, let's not forget, Iran probably will not forget about this strike, and especially how they've, I guess, found the United States at fault, and they're gonna know Iran is definitely going to think about that in the future and might still be out to get us for years to come or months. We never know when this can happen. Now, we get into the warmer months, people going to start traveling and stuff like that. I said this in my previous videos. So, and there's going to be more larger crowds and more areas like, you know, let's say Miami, New York, Charlotte, Raleigh, Austin, Dallas, Los Angeles, those areas, stuff like that, major cities and major tourist destinations, whether it's like an event, you know, a festival, let's see, sport events and stuff like that, concerts. There's gonna be large crowds in these areas, so it's not hard for anybody to try to do a terrorist attack if they're out, like our enemies are out to get us. Let's say Russia, potentially China, especially Iran, Venezuela. Now, we all know about the situation that happened back in January. I think it was January when the United States invaded Venezuela, caught the president, his wife, flew him out to New York. They pleaded not guilty, still in jail. That last time I checked, till this day, the Nicolas Maduro and his wife is still in jail, which is the Venezuela president. So there's a lot of stuff we have to watch out for. But back to the more troops being deployed to the Middle East. This kind of don't sound right to me. And I was saying that Iran is saying no, we're not doing no negotiations with the United States. But the United States says they is. And this is an interesting article that came out from CNN. It's not much in this article, actually, by CNN, but it gives you guys a feel if you don't know. So it seemed like the United States is saying one thing and Iran is saying another thing, similar to the girls' school situation, was really serious. But we're just going to have to watch out, because if the United States is lying again, then Iran definitely is going to be mad with us, because, like, why you keep lying on us saying we're doing this? I personally don't think Iran is going to end the war. I'm pretty sure the only way the war is going to end is if the United States withdraw or Iran is just completely, you know, done for. Now, we know there was a message that came out from the FBI about a few weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago maybe, about potential drone strikes on the west coast of the United States or on California. So it'll be bringing the war to U.S. soil. Now, that's a possibility, but it might be a low chance that happened. But we cannot put we can't put anything past that. The Iranians does that. We can't put nothing past that. Russia won't try to attack us, because we know Russia, with the ongoing war with Ukraine, is in an ongoing war with Ukraine. They're out to get us because we was helping Ukraine, all the other stuff. Russia made so many threats to the United States, like they was going to nuke us and all that other stuff. Well, nuclear threats, let's just put it like that. We know China been saying for years now that they're going to go after Taiwan. So let's say Russia wants to, you know, get back at us for attacking Iran. They can lash out on Ukraine. China can go after Taiwan. Venezuela can try to come after us, whether it's terrorist attack or something like that. The Iranians try to do what they said they might do or was considering, or is a possibility of attacking the United States with drones on the west coast. It's a lot of possibilities. Iran probably won't do that. We might have, a terrorist attack here. It's just a lot of possibilities, and we already know there was 2 potential terrorist attacks. I think they did classify them as an act of terrorism. The one that happened, I think, in Michigan, and the one that happened in Virginia on the same exact day. Now, we know the situation a few years ago back, I think earlier 2025, I think that happened, of the Bourbon Street situation. I think that guy was inspired by ISIS, or he has some stuff in his truck that was saying he was inspired by ISIS and stuff like that. Now, here in the United States, we already know we had the situation with the ICE situation. Actually, you don't really hear that being talked about much, because all the main focus is on, you know, the situation with the United States, Israel versus Iran. We did have the situation with Nancy Gerthy going missing. Most of us know about that. That's going on. But I kind of feel like that was the distraction, but at the same time, I don't, because she still hasn't been found. Last time I checked, which was, I think, yesterday, I haven't seen any update that she was found. So I hope she's okay. I hope she's still alive. But the thing is, I feel like it's kind of a distraction at the same time, because let's say with the situation with Venezuela, there was a lot of stuff going on before then. Like, it was trying to take it off of, you know, certain things that was supposed to be released and stuff like that. And you guys can read between the lines there. And then our president came up about, you know, a few weeks later saying a lot of bad things are going to happen to Iran. There can be bombs dropping everywhere. So it's just a lot of things that we got to watch out for with this war going on with the United States and Israel versus Iran. So I'm not going to hold you guys too long. I am on a time crunch. It is basically 8 o'clock at night. My lighting on my phone. There you go. So let me go ahead and get into this article for you guys and elaborate on it. Posted by CNN. It was actually updated at 7:34 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Tuesday, March 24th, 2026. Again, this was updated at 7:34 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday, March 24th, 2026. So this is actually the 24th today, Tuesday. And it say Trump says Vance and Rubio are participating in talks with Iran to end the war. Again, Trump says Vance and Rubio are participating in talks with Iran to end the war. So we go down here. And it says, here's the latest U.S.-Iran negotiations. President Donald Trump said that Vice President J.D. Vance and Secretary of State Marco Rubio are leading negotiations with Iran, expressing optimism that a deal is in sight. An Iranian source told CNN that Tehran is willing to listen to sustainable proposals to end the war. Now, again, is this war actually going to end, or this is just some distraction? Because what's kind of throwing it off for me is we're still sending more troops over there to the Middle East. Now, this could be a potential. We know Donald Trump gave Iran till Monday night, March 23rd, and Monday, March 23rd, 2026. They gave him the Monday. He gave them the Monday night to have the Strait of Hormuz reopened, or we will attack their power plants. Then he postponed that. Okay. He giving them, I think it's a Friday now. Now, I don't know if this because we still sending troops over there. This is a distraction. It's another lie or something like that. But regardless, we got to watch out, because it's possible that this is not true. Because, again, this is kind of like a he say, she say. Iran is saying we're not doing negotiations with the United States, but the United States saying we are. And now Iran saying that we reached out to them for negotiations and all that other stuff. You know, this is kind of not making sense. Tell me, comment down below and let me know if this is making sense to you guys. But our president did say, I'm going to try to remember verbatim, but the United States president did say that he don't see no reason to do negotiations with Iran if we're literally obliterating the other side. So, I mean, it's not making sense. Where are we getting negotiations coming up now? And we know Iran don't have no plans on surrendering. And Donald Trump said that he don't see any reason for a peace deal or a ceasefire to go on with Iran. So it's kind of not making sense. If you ask me, if it's true that the United States reached out to Iran for a peace deal, the United States probably see is causing problems, or it's escalating way further than they thought. Now, I thought this war was supposed to be really sweet, quick, and stuff like that. But no, this war is still going on, and it's almost a month. We're almost a month into this war, and I can only imagine how much money we're spending. Because I think in the first 6 days, we spent $6.2 billion on the war with Iran. So there's a lot of stuff we're gonna have to think about. We see it in gas prices. We've been seeing a little bit more recalls coming up with our fruits and vegetables. Wouldn't be surprised if this is kind of like a slick sabotage. So it's a lot of stuff going on. If you guys have family that was on the Air Canada plane, I just want to say this. Hope everyone is okay. If you lost family members from the Air Canada plane crash that happened at the LaGuardia Airport in New York, well, Queens, New York, I think that's where it's located. My condolences to them. Thank you for your service for all the firefighters and your pilots. You guys have a rough job, and I just want to say, hope everyone will recover well if you was affected. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified each and every time I upload a new video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Anything drastic happens, I will be on here reporting it to you guys as fast as I can. So with that being said, it's a Ronday out.